Alright you guys, I got a surprise early drop off from Amazon. This is going to be another Salt Supply S2 versus Byrna SD like matchup kind of video. I have these flat-sided plastic containers. I think they're polyethylene. They weigh like 60 grams without the cap. With the cap they weigh like 67 grams, 68 grams. It's just so you get an idea of how heavy or like how thick they are. They're squishy, but they don't crack easily, and I've shown other videos with those same containers, and I'm hitting them with the TCR and the HDB, and I think I've done a video with these. Yeah, I did a video with these with the aluminum rounds, but I feel like since this is sort of underpowered, I want to see if these will penetrate those containers. These are from Amazon. These are they say they're 3.6 gram nylon balls. The color's rhodamine. I got these so I can see them on the ground over here, because it's kind of hard to see the black and aluminum colored like these. It's hard to find these on the ground when you're looking at dirt and like dead leaves and green stuff. So like I can it's much easier to see these purple pink colored balls than, you know, black and gray. I went to A&S Gear. I got this refilled. I bought this brand new. This is a 20-ounce CO2 tank, so I'm gonna try this when it's a little bit warmer out here, just to see if there's a difference in the power between these. I put a bunch of stickers on these yesterday because I was like, I have all these stickers in my pad, and they're just chilling. I've just been saving them to throw on stuff. I have better ones. I just didn't want to put them on something because these might only last like 2-3 more years. And I have cooler stickers that I'd rather have on something permanent. This is just my other tank, and then like something I wanted to use on these tanks, but I didn't, was like these like gold Zelda stickers I have. But yeah, since these tanks, unless I get them hydro tested and stuff, they're not going to last, you know, longer than 2 or 3 years. But if I'm able to get them for like 25 bucks or like 15, this was 25, this was 15, this was almost 40. But yeah, like if they're not going to last that long, or if it's cheaper just to buy a new tank versus getting a new one, then I'll just get a new one. Anyways, from Amazon I also got these O-rings. These are for the Umarex HDB. I guess after a while the valve in there will tear out. It'll just blow out the O-ring inside the valve. So I got those as a future maintenance kind of thing. I bore checked, or just, you know, gauge checked these rhodamine rounds on this paintball checker, and all of them are hitting 682. They won't go through 679, but I put about 10 or 20 through the 682, and all of them went through. So these are not a good bore match for these, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to start with the Byrna SD first. It uses the 8 gram CO2 cartridges. I just have these crappy little Mr. Fizz things, and then I still have some Crossman CO2s, and that's what I'm going to put in this, the 12 gram CO2s. So I'm going to set up the camera and then start blasting at these things. 1 second. All right, you guys, I'm doing the 6 foot distance. So I think this is zoomed in a little bit. Yeah, okay. So there's the line I'm standing at, those sticks and that bucket. So I'm going to be standing right here with my arm outreached, and then I'm going to be hitting those bottles over there. So yeah, I have the Byrna charged up already. I'm just going to set the camera in this little box I got right here, adjust it a little bit so you can see better. Let's see. All right, so I have the Byrna charged. I already punctured the CO2. I'll do it again so you can see. So there's the 8 gram in here and those rhodamine rounds. I'll just hold this. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. All right. Actually, I'm gonna put on my goggles really quick. All right, got my goggles on. No gloves today because this isn't aluminum, and I'm not scared of these hitting me. But the aluminums, I wouldn't want to like crack my bone or something. But first shot. Bounced off. Has a crack, but it bounced off. Second shot. I think it bounced off. Third shot. Bounced off. Fourth shot. Hit me. Bounced off. Final shot. That one went in, but I think I hit a previous spot. So yeah, I thought maybe this would slightly give the Byrna a little bit more of a advantage, or like an equal playing ground. I'll see when I hit it with the Salt S2. But I think I hit that spot twice because I only see 4 divots, so I must have hit that top spot twice. I'm gonna put this to the side and then switch out all the bottles and stuff. I have that many bottles, but yeah, I'm gonna pause the video. All right, you guys, I got the Salt Supply S2. I'm gonna puncture it right now on my leg, so it's punctured, and I'm gonna start shooting. I'm standing right here again at the sticks on the ground, and then I have my arm stretched out, so, and I'm kind of prone a little bit so I can get an even, so I'm even, or like I'm even with the bottles. First shot, that went in, and it popped everything back, and you can see the entrance right there and the balls in there. So I'm gonna set this back up and then fire again. All right, that went in, that bounced off, that went in, and I think that went in. Salt Supply's on safety. Oh damn, all right. I mean, it went through the back, but maybe because there's no water to displace the energy, or I'm not sure. Maybe the 5th shot went through the back. There's 4 in here, so that's pretty sweet. I like to see the Salt, you know, can keep up with the modded ones. I'm gonna put this bottle to the side and then put up some more targets, and I'll keep these over here so we can check them out later. So that's the first Byrna 5 shots. This is the first Salt Supply 5 shots. I'm gonna pause the video and get new bottles up. All right, you guys, this is shot 6 through 10 with the Byrna SD. This is the same 8-gram cartridge, and it has the, well, actually I didn't load them up yet. I'm gonna load up the rhodamine rounds. It has all these rhodamine rounds in it. So, all right, it's loaded up. I'm gonna stand right here again and then start firing. Bounced off. Bounced off. That one went in. I think it's only going in because I keep hitting the same area. So I'll try to aim a different spot, but this CO2 is probably starting to wind down on, you know, power. I think I bounced off. And that one bounced off. And that's it for the Byrna. So that was 10 shots with the Byrna from about, you know, 5 feet away. I'm standing 6 feet away, but my hand's stretched over, so it's probably like an extra foot. So it's 5 feet, and one went in just like the first 5 shots. It did some damage. There's significant, you know, denting on the front of the bottle, but no blowbacks. I think that final shot was kind of up high, and it didn't have as much impact as these, because these are like imprinted on the bottle, and this top one is like, it's just kind of like a big dent. So I'm gonna put this second Byrna SD bottle behind the first one. So these are the Byrna SDs, and then this is the Salt Supply container. I'm gonna load up another bottle and then shoot the Salt Supply again. So 1 second. I'm so stoked because I can actually see these little red rounds, or rhodamine pink colored ones. So there's one there, and then there's one right there, and then I'll probably find the other ones way easier, and all this grass and little weeds and stuff. But here we go. Shot 6 through 10 with the same 12-gram cartridge and the rhodamine rounds with the Salt Supply S2, and I'm standing at the same distance. So first shot, that popped the bottle and went in. I'm gonna fix all this. So yeah, it popped it, and there's a one of those pink balls in there. Firing, that punctured, and 2 balls in there. That second shot was in a complete different area, and it completely pierced through. And I'm gonna keep firing. Hopefully at least one of these stays up. So I'm gonna shoot kind of low. And that one went in, and that hit is right here. So there's 3 completely different spots with the S2, and it's puncturing every single time except for one, but I don't know if the one flew out the back or if it popped off, like bounced off. Here we go, 4th shot, and that one's in. So there's 4 balls in there. And that one hit just a little bit below the first shot. And then I'm gonna do one more shot, and then I guess call the video, unless I decide to fire more. So 5th shot, or 10th shot, final shot. That one came back and hit me in the arm, but it didn't hurt because it's plastic and it's a recoil, you know, bounce off the bottle. But that was the only ball that didn't go through with the Salt Supply S2. And with the first 5 shots, I'm not sure if it blew out the back and kept going. I guess I could go look for the ball, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe this was that shot that bounced off on the first 5 shots with the Salt Supply S2. So pretty much to me, I mean, I could tell already from all the videos I've seen from people with chronographs and like other information I've seen from other YouTube channels and stuff, that the Salt Supply S2 is stronger than the Byrna SD, and I have no doubts of it at all now. And like, it's consistently hitting, and this is consistent. It's nice because it's compact, and the one hand operation where you can pierce the cartridge and start firing. So that's cool about this, and it's small. So, you know, it's smaller than the Salt Supply S2, but it's also a higher price tag. So this is $380 with a little bag and all kinds of stuff that you may or may not use. And then this is $230, and it's cool because Salt Supply lets you just buy this if you just want to buy this. And if you buy this for $230, you get this and 1 magazine. And Byrna, I think they have a 7-round magazine that I think it's $30. I'm not entirely sure, but back when I bought these, I think it was 2 of these for $40, and this is the 5-round magazine. So I had 4 magazines for this, but my brother who gave me this, I gave him one of my extra ones. So I have 3 magazines for the Byrna, and I have 2 magazines for the Salt Supply. And I'm actually thinking of either picking up another one of these and getting 2 more magazines, or just buying magazines. I haven't made up my mind about that yet, but this is definitely a nice, less lethal launcher, out the box stock with no mods or anything. It hits pretty nice, cheaper than the Byrna, and it's more powerful. And I guess the only issue I've had with it was from a distance, the targets seem to go up, or like your ball shooting out down range at like 20 feet seems to kind of like trail up a little bit. So when I'm at a longer range, I aim down a little from where I want to hit. But it's kind of inconclusive for me still, because I'm using balls that aren't bore matched, and there's a couple other things. But I mean, I've done videos where I'm trying to hit bullseyes and I don't hit, but then I switch my ammo and I use the 6.87 size balls for this, and it seems to work really good. So there's, you know, drawbacks, like you have to puncture this, so you can't do that one-handed. I mean, you can if you get you know, held up by somebody or something, you could try to pull this out your holster or like out of a bag or something and try to like flail your arm and hit someone with it if your other arm is tied up or something, or like you got it like behind your back, or you know, like some sort of situation like that. But that's where the Byrna would have an edge, but also like it's more powerful. So there's drawbacks, pluses and minuses to both of them. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This trigger is kind of heavy, and this trigger is snappy. There's not really any other word for it. But yeah, this thing's cool. I like the Salt Supply S2 a lot. If you have the money to buy one, I would get one for sure. And I mean, you could go with like the Umarex T4E guns, or maybe an FSC, but the FSC you have to mod it a lot. I think I kind of like priced out how much it would cost to make an FSC stronger than this, and unless you get an FSC first strike compact pistol, unless you can get one of those for cheap. Right now a couple places have them for $200, but if you're paying $370 for the FSC, which is the normal MSRP on that thing, plus you get a barrel, plus you get magazine, and then you have to like mess with it yourself, you could probably spend upwards of $500. The reason I didn't want the Byrna LE is because I was starting to see a bunch of videos about how maybe 2 shots are strong, and then it's equivalent to shooting one of these, like the FPS and stuff. That's where I kind of was like, man, I don't know if I want to spend $500 on something it has a good, you know, 1 or 2 shots, and then it just dies out. And maybe there's a couple that have gone out where they actually get, you know, consistently they're hitting over 300 FPS, but in a lot of videos I've seen, maybe after 2 or 3 shots it's below 300 FPS, and it just seems to die off really quick. I don't know if that's a random fluke with whoever tested those Byrna LE markers, or you know, but it swayed my decision to skip the LE and buy this thing instead, because I've had this for about 2 years, and I was like, I've been really looking at less lethal handgun pistol kind of shaped ones, and once I saw this come out, and John Reynolds at Alternate Arms Self-Defense, he put out a video on it. I started looking at other stuff about it. I saw that it was pretty good price. It's cheaper than this, and it outperforms this. It's questionable if it'll outperform the LE based on like the first 3 shots, but you're consistently getting like 340, 330, 320 FPS out of this thing. And yes, you are losing speed because that CO2 canister is slowly depleting. But it's the same with the LE. It seems like that to me. Like your first shot with the Byrna LE might get 400 FPS, but then after that it nosedives to like 290 or like 310, and then after that second shot it's even further down. So yeah, I don't know. I really highly recommend getting this if none of you guys have this. If I get another color, or if I get another one, I might get like gray or yellow, maybe the white one. But I've also been looking at the RIT dye and like how to dye things. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe there'll be a bonus stuff because I have a few more shots in these air canisters. But have a good rest of your day.